What do they call this exact meeting?
If you hang out for a minute, I'll introduce everybody in the meeting.
Okay.
Alright, so we're live. Going to call to order the South Kingstown Building Code Board of Appeals. Today's date is March 4th. It's 4:30 p.m. Members present today are Ed Melchiori, Tom Gilchrist, and Laura Kokorian. Got myself, Jamie Gorman, building official, as well as deputy building official Ricky Johnson. And taking notes is Ben Barbera, the zoning associate. First item on agenda item C is the petition of David Foster, who is seeking relief from the State Building Code, Section 310, Emergency Escape and Rescue Openings, which requires a minimum size, 5.7 square feet. The applicant is requesting relief from this provision on a second-story bedroom window. Owners are Joe and Laura Brown for property at 1552 Kingstown Road. Could you introduce yourself?
Yeah, David Foster, general contractor working in that building. What else would be pertinent?
Yeah, if you want to just walk us through. And
So, obviously I understand that window's a little smaller. The bedroom that would accompany that one is those two windows to the left. The two windows adjacent to that are also undersized, but are fine because of direct replacements. So, I understand the code is just, my only thing is the windows were approved, we installed them. I understand had to frame that one up a little. There was actually a door there before, so that led out to the roof. So we just shortened it up and tried making it aesthetically pleasing, and upon the inspection I was told it was too small, so I'd have to change it. So
The window all the way on the left side is also an egress for that one bedroom that you
yeah,
said?
yep. And there's another one on the corner too, so
Okay.
there's three in there.
So
Yeah, and then,
the center window is in that bedroom as well, right?
yeah, it has three windows. Yeah,
Yeah.
and there's a partition there, and that's a laundry room over there.
Oh, okay.
So-
Do you have a floor plan by any chance?
Is that everything?
Is this it?
yeah, I think that's the package.
I wasn't sure what to bring or.
Yeah, Ricky's got up on the screen as well.
Oh, good.
No,
This is the
it's-
proposed. Yep. So 1, 2, 3.
Yeah,
Okay, so each of those three windows, one of them, the one in the center is the arch one?
correct. The one right by the closet, right
Yeah,
there.
because that one's, we can see that's smaller than the other two. And the other two, are they the same size?
Correct.
And they're also not large enough for the egress?
Correct.
Do you know the clear openable area dimensions of the units?
I could, of each of them?
Well,
Or just
of
the other
well,
two?
the smaller one I don't think matters because the other ones are larger, correct?
Well, basically the direct replacement, the way the code reads is you fit the closest window you can in the existing opening.
So the other
this-
two are replacements?
Yeah, so they don't.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
Oh,
the,
so
this
you
one was
lost
flagged
space.
because it was a door
Oh,
Yeah.
being turned into a window.
And it's still a
Oh.
replacement window, but it just fit inside.
So it
yeah,
was egress.
to the
I
roof.
said it
It was
Yeah.
original.
Well,
Yeah, to the roof.
What did you do with outside material on that place?
So that's the one we're looking at only
Yeah.
is the center
Yeah.
one?
I don't know if you know what the area is of those other windows,
I have
but
the order
I'm
here.
sure it was measured. Or-
Yeah, just 1 second.
so the real issue isn't that framing was done below the window. The issue is that it was converted from a door to a window.
And so it's a whole new unit in the opening?
Any,
And it's
It's
a
not,
smaller unit
it's
than
not the
original.
egress
Yeah.
for that bedroom.
Yeah, it
Wasn't
is.
there asbestos shingles on that
Yeah,
place?
yeah, so I mean, if there's
There was.
a non-compliant window, like the other two, those would be allowed to be replaced, provided they're not less dimensionally, but having the door and going to a window, I mean, the door would have met the
The egress?
5.7.
Yeah,
Yeah, but the window,
does not.
is
Yeah,
a
no.
replacement window, so it's smaller than the original.
No, it's smaller because it was a door and now it's
No,
not.
I was, the other window.
The others are
ones,
replacement units where
Yeah.
you didn't take out the whole frame, you just did like an
The
inset.
sash drop.
Yeah,
You
right.
lose space.
So
And
it's
then-
not a whole
yeah.
new unit though.
The frame is there too with the door, it's just we
Right.
put a 2x4 across.
So what do we,
That's
what do
what
we
I was-
have for,
Yeah, so if you have the clear,
I'm looking
does
now,
it
I
meet
don't have a
anything?
does it
For
require?
that window or for the other ones?
both, it would be good to know
Yeah,
both.
I can give you the sizes of the jam, we just gotta take about an inch off. Hang on 1 second. My phone is not cooperating, so I don't really have a good service here. That one.
The one with the arch.
Do you have the
with-
package
inside
on the
it says
building permit?
48 tall,
That's what I'm pulling
31
up. I don't know.
wide.
Is that the hole it fits into?
31 and a
Jam-
half meets
jam
the
to jam.
20 that we need, but because it's a double hung, the 48 would only be, well, that's not clear, openable area, is
Right.
it?
How old is
No,
that
that's why we're
building?
here. So I think that's why we're dealing with
So you don't
this.
meet the 20 or 24 either. It's not just the area requirement.
On that one, yeah. Oh, you have it on,
Mm.
yeah.
Okay.
The windows we use, if Ricky can pull it up, that were approved, or the other ones should be on there.
And the other ones don't meet the clear,
So
the width or the height, or do they just not meet the area?
I
It's
think.
labeled on the right with bedrooms of what they are, and, which one's what. That,
That says, does it
They're
say
like
clear
50.
openable area?
Does it show the label of them?
Oh, wait, there we go.
I don't know if this is the correct window or.
Egress size,
pretty much like all the windows are the same size.
Does it
except-
show the room that these are in?
It should, just roll up a little bit. He labeled it from ABC on like bedrooms and second floor. That's one, so that's not it. Okay, can you roll up a little? I think it's at the top.
I don't see
Oh, that's one too.
Label.
A little more. 18, so that's the size. That's like most of the windows are that size. Those are the other ones. And I think
What was that size?
Yeah, he's
So
right
that
there.
is,
That's the other two.
egress is 4.46, the square footage, so it's the old.
And actually, Ricky, I think the bottom is where that arch and the other one is. So that,
Oh, it actually gives you egress size.
yeah,
Mm.
it'll,
27 by 23.
Uh,
27 would be the width, right?
But it calculates it at
square
what?
foot is 4.46,
Yeah.
which is what we're looking for, right?
But you have to have certain width and height as well that you meet as a minimum,
Mm-hmm.
and it doesn't meet the 24 high.
I mean, these windows aren't.
Those are the replacements.
I didn't measure the exact opening of these because they weren't the issue.
Yeah, I think the issue one is all.
Right, but I was just thinking
Yeah, no, I
if
know.
those actually met some of the requirements, could we possibly say, okay, because the other windows in the room meet some requirements?
Yeah, I gotcha. Yeah,
It doesn't meet the height, because the height needs to be 24 and it's only 23.
Mm.
Mhm.
Close, yeah.
23, is this the same unit?
This looks different.
it's a quantity of one.
Was this a
Just
quick
scroll.
claim deed?
Scroll all the way up,
All the
dude.
way to the bottom, I believe.
Is
last
the arch
window.
one? Well,
It
the
should-
arch one's definitely not gonna meet the vertical,
Yeah, yeah.
if it's much
Well,
smaller.
18 of the windows are the same, and the other two in that room are
That's
that.
tiny.
Yeah.
Well, it's a double hung, so the effective
Well, something-
egress area is
But
half
you
half
could-
the window.
You could replace that center unit with a casement that looks like a double hung.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then it would meet the size requirements for an egress unit, and you're only replacing one window. So there is a way that you could meet the
there-
code requirement.
Are you
Either way.
are you sheetrocked at this point? Or are you?
Oh, yeah, we're
Yeah.
doing trim right now.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I totally get it. And the only reason I brought this up was because I put the windows in that were approved, and now it was flagged on me.
I'm kind of
So
curious
that's-
about
that's
that.
all.
I didn't,
And I understand there's a lot to look through, and, you know.
I didn't think getting a building permit approved anything.
Well, I mean, we approved the plans, but
Based off these plans, you couldn't tell it was going from a door to a window.
Yeah, I
So
totally get on both ends of that.
yeah, that was the existing. I figured was a window to a window.
I'm
but-
assuming you brought this up with the owner, the property
yeah.
owner. Yeah.
Yeah, you know. I took
That
a
looks
little
like a
time.
window to a window. If that was the existing plan, it does look like a window.
Yep, this was the proposed. So.
It still looks like a window.
So let me get back to the statement that you made at the opening, that the two windows that are officially designated as the egress windows
No, you required one window in a
Well,
bedroom
it's
that
two different
meets.
rooms here.
No,
No.
single room.
It's all in one room?
Yep.
Just
Yeah,
one
there's
bedroom we're
three-
looking at. There's
Oh,
3
okay,
windows in
three
it.
windows.
So
Yeah.
you could have your choice.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
could make
but-
any of them meet,
Okay.
but none of them
Yeah,
do.
Obviously, it's cost and, you know, trying to get it done, so.
But
So
there's a,
$500
I'm
per
having a
window.
sense that there's a strong, well, okay, there was a door. If that wasn't a door, would we be saying, well, it's existing construction?
Then it wouldn't be an
We've-
issue really.
You can't alter the original opening. for
Well,
direct
by the replacement, you
Yeah.
lost some space, right,
Yeah.
okay. So that path is,
Yeah, I don't know if that was ever a deck up there, but it was a door out onto a roof essentially.
It was screwed shut. It was like a 3/4 inch plywood door. I mean, it wouldn't have passed anything anyway. It would have had to be a new door.
So, again, you just
Well,
get
you've certainly
back to-
done a good
Let
job.
me get back to the original question. The 2 windows, not the one with the arch, the one
Mhm.
meet?
Mm-mm.
They don't,
They don't,
but they don't have to meet.
because they're replacement windows and he didn't alter the frame around.
Okay, that's the question.
Yep.
So,
We're only worried about safety
yeah.
when I'm
okay.
altering the opening.
So the
not when
bottom,
it's
the
replacing.
bottom line is that,
They can
you
burn
know,
in there.
he's got legitimate egress capacity.
I could,
But he had
if I
a
get
door
casement.
before, which was an
Even
opening
better.
that met the requirements, and now he doesn't. He has a much smaller window in the center. And there is a way you could meet the egress requirements if you replace that unit with a casement. The casement could still look like a double hung with the horizontal rail
Yes,
and the
yes,
mullions.
yeah.
And yes, you would have to order it
And no-
and take the window
yeah.
out and
Mhm.
replace it,
Right.
but that is a
And-
way to
and
meet the
there'll be-
requirements.
There'll be some also reframing of the lower area between the bottom of the casement and the deck. And
isn't,
That's already altered. That's already done. It's
Yes.
installed.
What is that,
Oh,
like
I
waist
know that,
high?
but it replaces it with,
I wouldn't be making it bigger. If I do a casement, it should work, right? Based on the numbers I just gave you.
So, I mean, you'd have to look at the
I mean,
case,
40
the
48 by
casement,
21.
yeah, look at that size casement, and as long as it has the 20 by 24 and meets the 5.7 square feet of openable area, then you would meet the requirements.
so the arch would go.
No, the arch would stay.
no, it'd be under the arch.
It would be in the same location as that double
okay.
hung, it just wouldn't operate as a sliding up and down
Okay,
anymore. It would
yeah.
crank out.
So it'd be the look of a double hung, but it would act as a
Oh, yeah.
casement.
Isn't,
Yeah.
doesn't the code allow a
Already-
window that can be removed without tools?
Is that in the code still? I didn't think that was in the
No, it
code
has to be the
anymore.
normal operation of the window now. So even the tilt, that's why most of those would comply with the tilt wash,
Right.
which used to be allowed, now
Okay.
it's not.
I mean, that's my feeling, is it should be replaced with a unit that meets the egress requirements. The 5.7 has been in the code for, it's
Quite
not
some
since
time.
yesterday, it's quite a while now. And I think when you're ordering units, that's one that you have to go through with the window manufacturer and make sure that you meet them.
Oh, I'm aware of how to do it, yeah.
So, that's,
Yeah. And I'm aware of the code, and we're here because it got approved and went in, and now I have to buy another window, and I'm trying not to do that.
Gotcha.
And the only point I'm making is, I understand the code, it's okay, life and safety, but when you touch something, that's when it kicks in, so we're okay. So if that window was a replacement, and I just replaced it, we wouldn't be sitting here, right? Because it would have just been replacement, I wouldn't have had to touch
I
any
think it's
framing.
losing the
But since I
door.
had to
yeah,
touch-
it would have
But
been
since I
a,
had to touch it, now we're worried about life and safety, so I get it,
Mhm.
yeah. So,
Was the sill lower before?
wood still.
The sill of that
Bottom
unit?
s- The bottom sill.
Of
There was a
the
door
center
there,
one?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so it was a bigger opening before?
correct.
Yeah, gotcha, okay, just making sure.
And, yeah. You gotta make a motion?
I mean, I make a motion to, do you want to make a motion? Are you ready?
I'm
I
ready.
make a motion to deny the application for David Foster for, asking us to grant him permission to keep a window in the opening that doesn't meet the egress requirements. Because
I think
it could be
just say-
replaced with a unit that does meet egress requirements. And because it was not a replacement window, it is an altered opening, it does need to meet the code requirements.
Motion by Laura. Is there a second? Second by Ed. Any discussion? All those in favor of the motion?
Aye.
That's unanimous. Any of those opposed? Hearing none. Petition's denied.
All right. Go find some more money or another. Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Have a good night.
Oh, boy.
Let me round up the next.
This was
I'm curious, if he left the door there, just had a replacement door, which would
He
meet
could have
the-
done that.
I think he could have
Yeah,
met the
but-
requirements,
but-
yeah.
But when you egress, and you're out on that roof, what do you do next?
Well, what do you
It's
do when you're
interesting.
climbing out a window that's 2 stories up?
You're not tripping over the sill.
I mean, at least there you're
Afternoon.
going down to a
You
roof.
hope the
You hope
hook
the
and ladder-
fireman is there.
Any preference on where we sit?
We can scooch down, probably get you all around the table if you want. So this is agenda item C2, petition of Peter Fauci, seeking relief from section G106.4, functionally dependent facilities, to establish a new boat repair shop building with the floor elevation lower than the design flood elevation because it's in the flood zone. Owner is SHM Silver Spring LLC for 362 Pond Street. Maybe everyone can, introduce themselves, the applicants, and
I'm Attorney Matthew Landry on behalf of the applicant.
Peter Fossey on behalf of Subdivision Studio LLC.
Seth Lemoyne with Principe Engineering.
So the package that was submitted is pretty detailed. Peter had put that together and went through the variance criteria and some of the details of the project. We had proceeded in front of the planning board and got approval for the warehouse facility. It's an existing building that's falling into disrepair. It's obviously Safe Harbor Marina. That's Chris Fagan's design, that building that was just up on the screen. But essentially, it's a more modern building with updated bathroom facilities and HVAC, a new septic system. But it's a water-dependent use. It's predominantly used for boat maintenance, mostly outboard maintenance, I believe. They need the ability at grade to come in with trailers and other equipment. It's historically been used like this for decades, and the new building essentially is going to be at grade to allow that use to continue. It is obviously facility-based, water-based usage for boats, and those items is essentially the same footprint that exists now. Peter can go into the design aspects of it, but it has been designed to ensure that it's compliant with floodplain regulations, but for the 1 foot of the design flood elevation, it's not satisfying the standard. So we've asked for variance because to raise it above 1 foot of the DFE would render this unusable based on the use. It's entirely water-based activity and boats and trailers and those things. So, do you want to talk a little bit about just the design and some of the specific features and how you comply with the regs?
Yeah, absolutely. So, as far as structural design goes, I would defer to you, so we can in a sec. As far as materials go, we're sticking with a concrete slab foundation, pressure treated durable lumber, corrosion resistant fasteners, and non-absorbent interior finishes. As far as MEP goes, all of that will be located above that 11-foot elevation, 1 foot above the line. Electrical panels, transformers, mechanical units elevated as shown on the drawings. And then that first floor bathroom will be designed as a wet flood-proof space as well. As far as life safety goes, no sleeping uses, no hazardous materials stored below that level. Egress paths remain fully compliant, and the floodwater entry exit pathways remain unobstructed. And if you want to talk about the structural changes made.
Yeah, so a reinforced concrete foundation, stem wall that's going to extend approximately 30 inches above existing grade, which brings us to 1 foot above the DFE. The reinforced concrete slab within the building has been designed to handle the loading conditions as well as flood conditions. It's heavily reinforced, and it connects in with the perimeter wall as well for buoyancy issues. And then within the foundation walls, we've designed flood vents. We have a total of 24 of them to meet the requirements, and those will be placed within 1 foot of the exterior grade.
Can you tell me what the existing grade is?
The existing grade, we're raising the grade a little bit, but the existing grade for the current building, my glasses here, is at 7.84 feet. Around 8, and we're raising it up to 8.5 will be the top of slab.
Okay.
Yes.
And then the design flood is 11? Is that what you
Well,
said?
design flood elevation's 10, and we're 1 foot above.
Gotcha.
Seth, we have gotten the assent, right, from
We
CRC?
do have the CRMC assent in place as well.
And the building's going in the same location as the old building?
It is, it's a slightly larger. So on this plan here,
Thank you for sending me the site plan, by the way, I just didn't print it out.
sorry for the small print here. So the shaded area is the existing building, and then this diagonal hatched
Building
area is the
permit.
proposed building.
Oh, is it on the appeal?
So we're not extending any further towards the water, we're going upland
It's
towards
one of
Pond
those
Street.
sets on-
There's
Okay.
Pond Street's up here.
And where's the flood zone line?
The flood zone line is, not gonna be very clear on here, but it's elevation 10, which
Does it just clip a corner
It
of the
kinda-
building?
it kind of comes up, no,
Oh,
this
'cause I
is, this
thought-
whole thing.
I thought this was it here that went around.
Well, that's what they say, they say elevation 10, but that's what they identify on the plan, so yes, it incorporates the whole building. However, a lot of what's in here is elevation lower than 10, so
Okay.
I go by the actual contour elevation.
Right. So if the floodwaters were to come, they're gonna come in this inlet and in this way?
Yeah, they're gonna
And
come in
then
here, they're
ebb-
not gonna inundate this
ebb
building,
and
but they'll
flow that way.
inundate this whole area and then
Okay.
flow back out, yes.
But they're not coming from over here
Not
necessarily, because this is
necessarily,
lower?
and it's not in what they call a velocity zone, it's not in a V zone, so
Yep,
we're not
it's
we're
just
not
subject
necessarily
to
dealing with
flooding.
wave action.
Yep.
What's the history of actual flooding in that area?
I'm not aware of any recent flooding in that area, but I'm sure around the 1930
I
hurricane.
used to live next door to that place.
Oh, you did? Okay, so you must be aware of
you
some
know
flooding.
Well, I'm not dry, so,
Yeah.
and I was there 10+ years, I don't remember any, flooding at all.
Yeah, well,
Yeah, I know, it's just, but it really does, it's not germane, but it's,
Why does the building need to be bigger than it is now?
One is they have a lot more boat service that's getting backlogged, and the old building was only able to use partially throughout the year because it wasn't heated. So they needed to increase the size to provide current services that are required or requested.
Is the toilet facility required in the building by the building code?
I believe because it's on the upper stories, they have, correct me if I'm wrong, you do have shop, employees.
Yeah, there's a mezzanine in there, and then Peter can speak to the mezzanine area.
Oh,
Yeah.
so there's other uses in the building besides just boat repair?
No, it's mostly for storage and so forth, but it's
Oh.
it's
Yeah,
only
we have storage and a small shop space that falls under the same use.
yeah, there's no offices or anything in the
But
building.
people go, shop, what do you mean shop, like a
Sorry.
workshop area?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay,
Sorry,
I thought you
no
meant shop
shopping.
where
No,
you're
no,
selling
no.
something.
No.
No,
Like
no,
someone's
no,
gonna be
no.
sitting
No,
up
there's
there
no-
waiting for customers.
No,
Okay,
no
so,
customers
Just a small
are,
workshop.
Okay,
are proposed
gotcha.
to enter the building. It's just for employees.
yeah, workshop, okay.
just
So
for-
it's all one use in the building?
That's right.
And you're not changing the use at all from what it is now?
No.
That's correct.
interesting, I was looking at,
Is
So-
there an electric charge there?
is this the building that's gonna, which building?
Yes, it's this building here. So this.
Closest to the road?
No, this is the
here's
road. Here's the road right here. Here's the road right here.
Okay, so
here's,
this is where the
yeah.
aluminum
Here's all the
structure is
docks
now.
and.
Okay.
So yeah, the building's going to expand towards the pool house and pool area a little bit, and then it's going to expand towards Pond Street.
The size of the building is not at issue, is it?
I mean, it sounds like Coastal already approved it, even with the, what was the percent of increase? I know this isn't our realm, but I'm just curious to know what the percent of increase in terms of the structural lot coverage.
A total percent increase of 34.5, total proposed increase in structural lot coverage.
Well,
So it's 30% bigger than it was.
but that's CRMC's.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So CRMC has already approved it.
Yes, they.
And the planning board did as well.
I had the impression there was a limit on the amount of enclosed space you could have within a flood zone.
Enclosed space?
A 300 square foot limit.
That's in a V zone?
Yeah, VE zone,
This is just an A.
AE.
I mean, the last one that we went through, we had a list of items that we were trying to make sure it was the least relief required for the use, that there were items that we had to, are those still applicable?
Yeah, I mean, I think they had the same type of relief. We're talking about the hatchery.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they had equipment, and I think the board's concern was, if it were to flood, would that be, damaging the building, the industrial equipment? Similar but different. I mean,
That also was more than one use in the building. There were conference rooms and meeting rooms up on the second floor. It was more than one use in the building, from what I remember.
Yeah, I mean, the code carves out a specific, I think it even references boat repair facilities and defines it as a functionally dependent facility. I mean, I'm not sure if the building there now is compliant. I'm not sure if the age of it, but I'd imagine, are there flood vents in that current? No.
No, it's certainly an upgrade to what exists today.
So up to 2.5 feet is concrete, and then what's above that? Concrete block, is that what it?
No, it's going to be a timber structure.
Yeah, we're,
So it's wood
But that'll be outside the flood.
That's above the flood zone
Above.
elevation. I
Correct,
gotcha.
So
Okay.
on the interior, Peter was mentioning, all utilities and outlets and stuff will be placed above
Mm-hmm.
flood elevation.
So the real variance is the bathroom? Or
It's
the
technically to have the floor, the slab below the design flood elevation, because it's not, it's not a storage or garage accessory to like a home, which allows that. This is storage and utility use. The whole building.
So, okay, well, and there is a certain code that approves this type of use for marine.
it more so provides a
Should that
path
be referenced?
for a variance. Yeah, that's appendix G G106.4.
Well,
Yeah, it's
I am in a position to make a motion to approve. I will actually say the words, but I just want to get the wording right.
Do you want the agenda? Or no? This is the
Thank you. Well, and I don't want it to be 3 paragraphs long, so,
Ben can appreciate that.
yeah. I was thinking we were gonna edit your,
This was what we were looking at last time. The
Oh.
G10,
yeah, it's
it's the code.
but Actually, it's an interesting question I've got. Do we even have to say why we're approving, you know? I think
Question for Jamie, I think.
it makes sense to, certainly in and when we decline, we gotta tell them why.
Yeah, I think if you know, it's functionally dependent, you know, the hardship would be driving a trailer or, you know, a boat up 4 feet, up a ramp would be a hardship in itself. But if, you know, it seems like maybe the engineer, it seems like everything's gonna meet design loads for the flood, hydrostatic loads. And it's about 4 feet, 5 feet of,
It's about 30 inches.
Okay, here's the words.
The, there we go, that's what I was looking for,
This
foundation
foundation.
design. So that's where you're referring to hydrostatic loads that you're gonna meet through the structure that you're adding into the concrete.
Yes.
How wide is the wall?
The wall is 10
A
inch,
10-inch wall.
but we're only resisting for hydrostatic pressure 2.5 feet.
Right.
And when you think of a house foundation wall that's resisting 6 or plus feet of soil, this is minimal. The slab is the bigger issue, and it's really not for hydrostatic, it's just for the loading of the equipment going in there.
Gotcha.
They have that large travel lift that they want to pull into that building to put boats on stands. And that's a sizable piece of equipment.
And there's no way to put it anywhere else on the lot where it would be out of the flood zone.
No, we'd end up being right up at Pond Street.
And then it wouldn't meet setbacks.
yeah, I don't even know if you'd be on the property.
I don't even know if you'd be on the property, right, Jamie?
It's not very
Okay,
level
so that
area,
is a
yeah.
hardship, that there is no other place to put it on the lot.
Yeah.
It is
There is
going,
off-season boat storage too on the property. That area was defined as part of the planning board's approval, so there's other incidental uses as part of this whole operation that limits where you can put it.
what was, this?
So that's for water quality and recharge.
So like a stormwater
Yes,
management?
correct. And
Is it
it's-
underground?
It is, well, it's like a rain garden, if you're familiar with rain
Okay, yep.
gardens. But it's a proprietary system. It has plantings and everything. It looks great. But it's just got some unique features that are underground that you don't see.
Okay, interesting. How is that affected by the flood water?
It's within the floodplain. If it floods, everything's flooded. But it's not gonna, because you're coastal, you don't have to worry about increasing flood volumes and affecting other people's properties.
Okay. Well, how do you feel, Ed?
I would approve the request.
I'm still on the fence just because it's getting larger.
That's not our call.
I know, Coastal
Yeah.
did approve it.
You know,
Yeah,
The 25% increase in structural lot coverage when you're that close with no buffers or setbacks or anything.
Yeah,
That's typically what they'll do, but.
I think what they're doing is they're trying their best, really, because
Did you try to make it a lot larger first, and now you've reduced the size?
I think we
I don't know
had
how
a
it
good
could be bigger.
dialogue as far as the size we needed for the scope of the work they're doing. So I think it's been approved within reason.
Can I see the elevations again? How tall is it? That was what I was curious.
It's 2 stories, gotta be up there. I don't know how that
That's from
travel
grade?
lift is.
Grade to the highest point.
Okay, so it's not more than 35 feet tall.
Oh.
That's nice. How tall
Well-
was the old building? Just curious.
not as tall.
It's not
It's
2
not as
stories.
tall. No, I'm trying to
No.
remember.
Having,
off the top of
having
my head.
lived there for 10+ years.
It's ugly
this
as
is
sin.
significant- this is
not an attractive
significant,
building.
improvement on,
On the eyesight?
Yeah.
Um,
Okay.
So, you ready for a motion?
We're ready.
Laura, are you ready for a motion?
I think so.
I love how they did that. It looks like it's already done.
I don't agree with, I don't agree with asbestos material.
Nice. Making me think about buying another boat.
Yeah.
Okay, I'd like
Nice building
to
have it serviced then.
make a motion to approve the application for building code variance, providing relief from Appendix G 501.3 because of the intended use as an aquatic based functional facility as recognized in Appendix G 103.5, which includes ship repair.
Motion by Tom, is there a second?
Second.
Second by Ed, any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
That's unanimous. Congratulations.
Thank you very much for your time, I
Good-
appreciate it.
Good presentation. You had a look.
Hey,
Facts and figures and made
The
sense.
design professionals.
You wanna see what I said?
Yeah, I'll make
You
a
know-
copy. Could I just have the three of you just?
Who's that person? Okay.
I do too.
I didn't realize
What,
that
who were with us
They
last-
make my
public
job
was,
a lot
I mean, I guess the
Who were
public
with
can
us
come
last-
into any meeting.
So,
Be
I,
flabbergasted about it.
it reads from here and right at that quotation mark, it
Yep.
jumps into their
Where that
text.
green?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, thank you.
last item was adjournment. Anybody want to make a motion?
Oh, I'm,
Motion we adjourn. Oh, sorry.
go ahead.
Everybody gets
Motion we adjourn.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
All right, thank you.
Thanks for your time.
Thank you all.
Thank you. Good presentation.